Hi guys, today we are going to be talking about the new moon in Virgo that is happening August 22nd, really late at night, potentially the 23rd, depending on the time zone that you're in. And of course the wind's picking up as soon as I start the video. Obviously you can tell I'm not in my normal space. I am traveling right now and I really wanted to get this video to you, and what better space to talk about Virgo than in nature herself. So this video is going to be a little bit channeled more so. There's been a lot that's coming through with this Virgo new moon. And guys, this new moon in Virgo is the first new moon that we are having in Virgo season at 0 degrees of Virgo, right as the sun moves into Virgo a couple hours after the moon and the sun meet. I'm throwing this in at the beginning to remind you guys to watch the full video before you just jump ahead to watch your rising sign, because everything that I say in this video is going to give you deeper context as to the work that we are doing for this new moon in Virgo, okay? I was looking at this because I was looking at the eclipses, because eclipse season's right after this, but this new moon actually sets us in motion for this eclipse season that is coming up. This is the pivotal seed that is being planted. New moons are always like that, but this has a higher level of potency to it. Now, just settling into the energy, because this feels like a Virgo season unlike any other Virgo season. And let me break that down for you. I'm just free-forming this instead of following my note system, which is exactly how this Virgo season's going. I described it in my transit video from this week. You can check that out. It's going to be linked in the description, or it's on my channel. But the sun moving into Virgo in tandem with this new moon in Virgo is going to be squaring Uranus and Gemini at the beginning. And how I kind of equated this energy is it's this tension point, right? Squares are tensions, 90-degree angles between the sun and the moon in Virgo and Uranus and Gemini. It's creating a square. Uranus and Gemini is all about upheaval, all about change, all about sudden insights, and it's more in the intellectual realm, right? I related this energy of this new moon, this start of Virgo season, because this new moon really sets the tone. It's literally setting the mark for this Virgo season. It's like going back to school and realizing you got the date wrong. It's going back to school and realizing that none of your classmates are there, or it's a completely different school. It's a completely different experience that is happening. It's not the same. This Virgo season is not the same at all. It brings in this powerful aspect of giving us the opportunity to explore new modalities, explore new ways of approaching things, to look at this tension of my meditation this morning. What this new moon, I was sitting with the energy of it, what this new moon feels like to me is we've been walking a specific path, and these node points within Virgo and Pisces, the North nodes in Pisces and the South node in Virgo, it's this opportunity, it's a gateway. It really is a moment of clarity that we're getting that's going to set us up for success for this eclipse season. It's sort of this pinnacle moment of here's what's going to be excavated and moved through and planted for this new moon and for this eclipse cycle. I feel really deeply here that as I look up, I can see the moon also in this plane flying in front of it. And the moon's just a wee little crescent, tiny little thing. Let that plane pass. I feel like I'm having a hard time articulating the magic of this, because this is that sort of phrase of once in a blue moon. You know, blue moons happen when you have 2 full moons within a month, right? This is 2 new moons within a season, within a specific sign. And it's kind of like, you know, bookends, right? It's like what we're getting the opportunity to do some heavy work, heavy in a good way or a bad way, depends on your perspective. Your mind here really rules the energy. Virgo, mind. I feel like I need to like dive deeper into the Virgo energy, and I will in a second, but this is the opportunity to look at your natal chart. And yes, I'm going to be going through all of the signs and how this is impacting you, but there is a deeper need for you to look at that house and understand that house that this transit is happening in, and what is starting and what is going to finish here, right? This new moon being at 0 degrees of Virgo is the energy for new potential. I feel like I can't talk about this new moon without talking about these eclipses that we've been having. So within the start of this year until next year-ish, next year around this time, we will still have some eclipses happening. It's a 1.5-year cycle where we've had the North Node in Pisces and the South Node in Virgo. And oh my gosh, there is a tiny little baby white crab spider on my phone. This for me, for those of you who don't know me, the way I articulate astrology is a lot more from a divine channeled space. As I've moved through this energy, I have to take a picture of this guy on here. It's like camera inception. So again, I keep hearing the song from High School Musical. This could be the start of something new. It's kind of this energy of like, hey, the North Node in Pisces has been calling us to trust. And now we're getting the opportunity to really apply said trust, because the South Node in Virgo is really about letting go of rigid routine, of restricting ourselves, of allowing things to be more aligned spiritually and more deeply involved in the heart space instead of that mind space. But the thing about Virgo, let's dive into how Virgo is. Virgo is the archetype of the virgin, right? And that does not mean pure in that sense. You can apply this however you want, but the thing about Virgo energy is it is about purification. It is about organizing things. It's about removing the good from the bad and seeing those separations. And the thing about this new moon is we are getting the opportunity to actually have a new level of discernment, a new level of seeing things in a way we haven't before. Again, this square to Uranus is bringing in insights. The thing about Virgo, ruled by Mercury, Uranus is the higher octave of Mercury, and it's in Gemini. This is a very mercurial energy that's happening here. A lot of insights coming in, a lot of clarity, but it might be clarity through tension, through things not feeling comfortable. You have to get uncomfortable to get comfortable. Now, this new moon, again, it's at the first decan of Virgo. And the first decan of Virgo is, as far as the tarot card, and if I have the editing capacity, I'll put it up here, but you could also research the 8 of Pentacles. This is all about hard work, dedication, really putting in the energy and the practice into what you are doing, right? I just had to double check what the first decan of Virgo is ruled by, and it is Mercury. There's a couple of pieces that I want to bring your attention to. Now, Mercury stationed direct in Leo, and by the time this new moon comes around, it hasn't fully exited its retrograde shadow, which means the point that it retrograded back from, which was 15 degrees of Leo, it'll be at 12 degrees of Leo. So we're still in this sort of like reflecting, but it's like things are falling into place. Things are matching up. Again, with that energy of Uranus coming in, being the higher octave of Mercury, this is bringing in so It's kind of like, and I see a dragonfly over there. This is bringing in this sort of, your mind has been upgrading a bunch and you're entering this Virgo season expecting it to be the same as every Virgo season. Like I spoke to in my last video, Virgo season is usually the start of the school year. I used to work in education, and so it has a certain quality to it. It's like I've got to like have my notebooks, my calendar prepped, I've got to have pencils sharpened. And we're entering this Virgo season with just the slate wiped clean. It's almost like you're trying to show up in your first day of school, metaphorically, and you're not going to get it right because you're not supposed to, because you're trying to do it in an old way. So there's a lot of opportunity to try things in a new fashion, try things in a new way to actually be aligned with what the North Node in Pisces and South Node in Virgo have been trying to transform in your life. So keep your eye out for more videos from me about the eclipse season. I'm going to be working on something specifically for eclipse season, a guide. So down below in the description, if you sign up to my newsletter, Letters from the 8th House, you'll be the first to know when that's live, and it'll be linked on my website to get. And I'm working on more things behind the scenes, so definitely sign up to my newsletter. The thing about my newsletter, I send out new moon, full moon guides and emails. Additionally, every Monday I send out a guide for the week ahead with the transits. If you're not a video type of person, I always have my live stream recaps here on this channel when I go live on Sundays at 4 p.m. PST on Twitch and TikTok. So, guys, I know I said a lot of things here. That's kind of the energy that this North Node in Pisces is pulling us to. It's towards trusting our ability to communicate from the heart, from a deeper part of ourselves. So for me as a Virgo rising, really tuning into that energy and showing up for you guys in a new environment, a new voice, a new experience, all of these things. I might watch this video back and it might not be perfect. That is the thing that we are letting go. This North Node in Pisces is calling us to step out of perfection, to trust, to let go and let God. That is the energy that's coming. So don't be afraid if you're feeling some crunchiness as Virgo season approaches. Do not be afraid if you don't feel like you have it all together. There's going to be new routines, new modalities, new ways of excavating and approaching life in a way that actually is going to work for what you're truly desiring. In one of my messages I shared today, when I was meditating on this Virgo new moon, and I know I kind of briefly mentioned it at the beginning, but I want to dive deeper into it, is, again, it's this thought of a new doorway appears because you are ready for a new doorway. You are ready to actually step into a new way of existing in this life. And this is your opportunity to actually step into said doorway, right? So if you've been liking the video so far, definitely like, subscribe, leave a comment. I would love to know how you normally approach Virgo season. Had to shift the camera angle a bit to talk about the rising signs. I'm going to be starting with Virgo rising. So for Virgo risings, this new moon is happening in your first house. This whole eclipse season, whole Virgo season is going to be focused on your identity. This new moon is starting it off with a bang of who am I? How does that relate to who I am in the public eye? And I'm bringing that to our awareness because Uranus is in the 10th house for us. So who are you in the public eye, and how is that creating tension with how you want to show up in general, in the world, in your day-to-day things, in the sort of external mask that is being worn? This is the opportunity for a massive up level and massive intention set for who do I really want to be? This is your opportunity to actually do it, okay? For Libra risings, this is happening in your 12th house. This is a very interesting energy, as always, because you guys have the flipped chart. And for you guys, this is sort of a balancing between trusting your heart and trusting your mind. It's bringing a reset to that subconscious processing. It's bringing up leveling to how do I trust my intuition? It's creating a new foundation of trust within the inner workings of your subconscious mind. And I can never speak much to the 12th house because it is a felt experience. It's not a tangible 3D sort of thing. It's this, my first advice is watch your dreams, write your dreams out, notice the shifts in the underlayers of things and how your routine really does play a massive part into how you're subconsciously feeling. Scorpio, this is happening in your 11th house. This is all about community. It's like communities, like the big part. Friendships, outer circles, humanitarianism. It's your dreams, your visions. This is the Aquarian house. You're getting the new opportunity to actually set a new goal, set a new higher vision for how you want things to shift. And with this being Virgo, it's giving you the opportunity to build new routines to actually support this new vision. Ooh, that's beautiful. I'm excited for you guys. Sagittarius risings. This is happening in your 10th house of career and vocation. And this is really bringing you a new opportunity, whether it's actually a new job. This is creating a new way of how you actually approach work, of how you choose to show up in your careers. You may be going back to school for some of you, especially that Sagittarian energy coming up here, going back to school, trying new things. It's this sort of new energy, new vitality that's coming to you in how you show up in the workspace, how you choose to create. And there's this sort of energy that comes up with this of like, am I actually building what I want to build? This is kind of this reframe, and you're getting the opportunity to really focus on this 10th house energy and go for it. This is actually, I'm really excited for you guys. I would love to know what's unfolding for you. Definitely comment below. Capricorn risings. This is happening in your 9th house of spirituality, higher learning, teacher-student dynamics. You may be studying more. You may be opening up new routines to actually bring in new information, allowing yourself to explore new ways of believing in things, whether that's going to a new church, exploring new religions, belief systems, studying. I heard Ayurveda came to mind, so maybe check into that. And that makes a lot of sense for this Virgo energy, because there's this need for you to like have soul around how you build your routines, how you go through things. It seems like there's this, the rigidity is being shaken up here and giving you the opportunity to actually broaden your belief systems and not just having them hunkered down into certain aspects of life. It's giving this opportunity to kind of, I'm seeing you like put a puzzle together that makes sense for the life that you are building. Aquarius risings. This is happening in your 8th house. This is the realm of taboo, the things unspoken. It's the underworld. You're getting the opportunity to dive deep into the shadow realm and see what needs to be excavated, what needs to be moved through, to how to purify this space. And not in a, it's bad, it's dark, it's dingy, it's in this bringing awareness, bringing lightness, bringing reverence to what you've been through and those old stories that keep you where you're at. And Virgo is here to purify that energy, to say we no longer have to stick with the status quo. High School Musical songs are coming through a lot with this video. I don't know. Maybe watch that. It might be good to jog that memory back up, but maybe high school memories for some of you. Old stories from high school. Maybe you're still living in that persona and it's time for you to like let that go, heal the inner teenager a bit. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of looking at the dark side of things, and it's not in a bad way. There's a lot of compassion here for you to like actually begin excavating this realm with that Virgo lens that has changed since the last time you've looked at this space. You're going to have new vision to look at these parts of yourself. Pisces risings, this eclipse season is very important to you, and this new moon is starting you off, and it's in your 7th house. This is all about relationships. It's bringing your attention to how you've shown up in partnership and giving you the opportunity to begin to approach relationships with a new energy. Whether you're in partnership or not, there is this new opportunity for you to show up and stop holding such rigid like standards for love. I see it like being softened, but you know, we've got that square from Uranus. Uranus is in your 4th house, so things, upheaval from home environments and old familial structures that may have been playing into your relationships dynamics, it's changing. It's almost like, oh, I no longer want to play the role of mom or dad in relationships. I want to actually embody this new energy of who I am. Again, North Node's in your 1st house. You're really running towards building a new identity with this 1.5-year cycle that we've been in. I'll be diving deeper into this in my guide, so just a little moment. Focus on relationships this new moon. Who do you want to be? How do you want to build them? How do you want to show up in them? Okay? Aries, this is happening in your 6th house. If you see me glancing down, I was like, what house is it in? 6th house. This is everything that I said at the start of the video. It's tenfold. You are building new routines. You are building new structures. This is like you finally realizing, and you guys have been going through this, finally realizing that all your old routines don't work anymore. So now you're really jumping into, okay, it's time to build some new things. It's time to build some new structures, because clearly what's happened in the past is not working anymore. So it's time for me to actually explore new ways of seeing things. Again, this is a new Virgonian lens that we're being offered here. So take it, set new intentions. How do I want to show up? Especially if this is in your mind, body, spirit alignment. How do you want to show up in your day-to-day routines? Taurus risings, this is happening in your 5th house. That is the space of creativity, inner child, dating. This is bringing a new way of viewing your creative expression, of how to have fun. And again, with a Virgo's 5th house, it's kind of like, how do I have fun? You know, it's always got to be like, we go at this time and it starts at this time and I leave at this time. And if I'm creating art, it has to be, you know, structured. And you're getting the opportunity to kind of loosen the grip and approach it in a new way, finding new structures to actually support your creative desires. So if there's been something that's been on your mind and your heart that wants to take form, this new moon is the perfect time, and I'm getting chills, to actually do it. Okay? Gemini risings, this is happening in your 4th house. So that is all about home, family environments. There's a shift in how you operate in your home space and where you feel safe and what you consider home, whether home is just within yourself or it's a physical space. Shifting the dynamics, shifting how you navigate this space. You may be remodeling, you might be moving. There's a new, for a lot of you, I'm going to invite you to clean out shop. Get rid of stuff. Use this new moon as a time to purge and let go of things and really create an environment that's going to cultivate the energy that you want to bring forth in your home environment. So really use this energy on this new moon to build a new home routine, whether that's waking up earlier and just like better scents, better smells, different colors. There's this need for like, it's got to stimulate you differently. Okay. All right. For Cancer risings, this is happening in your 3rd house of communication. This is like an opportunity to actually consciously upgrade your mental space, allowing your thoughts and your words to shape your reality. You're getting the opportunity here with this new moon to really hone in on how do you speak? How does your mind operate? How do I want to move through the world and allow my mind to create my reality? There's this hyper focus with this Virgo season and this new moon being that starting point of like, no, when I actually start thinking positively, positive things happen. And it's like you're shifting your perspective to seeing the good. And maybe for some of you, you are seeing the bad because you're recognizing that your perspective does create your reality. This is your invitation to actually like start catching the thoughts and start planting new seeds of intention to see the world with new eyes, see the world with a new Virgonian lens, and actually communicate in the world and start speaking your intentions out into the world. Like, yeah, I am creating this, or yes, this is what I do. Yes, this is who I am. This is what I'm about. And yeah, it's very beautiful. All right, last but not least, Leo risings. This is happening in your second house. This is all about values, all about home environments. Interesting that I said that. It's your values, it's your material possessions, it's money. This is bringing I feel like you're looking at money and the things that you value in a different way. It's actually recognizing that abundance comes in different forms and choosing how you want to embrace abundance and what that looks like for you, how to approach it, how to allow it into your life, creating new pathways of abundance for you. This new moon is a great opportunity for that. If you guys made it to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. I deeply, deeply appreciate you and showing up here. What a fun space to be in, talking and just being in nature. I'm loving this. Maybe I'll do it again. I don't know. We'll see. But definitely subscribe below if you enjoyed the video. Like, leave a comment of how you're going to use this Virgo new moon energy. I would love to hear from the community how we're approaching this on an individual level, maybe a collective level, see what is coming into play for the collective. And on top of that, if you haven't subscribed to my newsletter, Letters from the 8th House, it's totally free. Again, I channel the upcoming transits straight to your inbox every Monday. And anybody who is on my newsletter is the first to know when anything of mine goes live, new products, new guides, new rituals. I have some really cool things in store with this Virgo season coming up. So, okay. I love you guys so much.